I remember when I was in 6th and 7th grade, and I was in youth group back home in Nashville. And I remember just really seeking after the Lord, and I really wanted to connect with Him deeper. And I was always asking that question, how can I have joy in my life? How can I be connected to the Father? How can I love better? All those kind of questions, just because I wanted to just serve the Lord with all my heart. And I remember we had this guest pastor, and one day I pulled him to the side. I thought he was really cool because he used to be the chaplain for the LA Lakers back in the 80s and 90s, and I just thought it was cool because I was a huge Celtics fan. And so anyway, I pulled him to the side and I just said, hey, what's your advice? You know, I really want to serve the Lord with all my heart. What's your advice to me as a young man? And I remember very easily he said one thing, and here's what he said. He said, Jory, read your Bible and pray every day. And I was like, what? There's no more to that? And really, he reiterated. He said, Jory, read your Bible and pray every day. And I remember that moment. I mean, years and years later, here I am, and I'm referencing that story because it was so impactful. And so I just wanted to share with you in John 15, in verse 10 and 11, I'm just going to read it to you. It says, if you keep my commands, you will remain in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commands and remain in His love. And so in verse 11 it says, I have told you this so that my joy may be in you. So did you get that? My joy. Jesus is saying, my joy may be in you, that your joy may be complete. And so a couple of Sundays ago, I alluded to, in the presence there is fullness of joy. And if we lack joy and we're lacking love in our life, really, in really seeking the Father, He wants us to abide with Him. And when we abide with Him and we're in His Word, we're meditating on His Word, and then we obey His commands, obeying those commands. But again, remember when I was that kid and he said, read your Bible and pray every day. What he really was saying is read the Bible, meditate on it, obey what God is telling you to do, because there's freedom in obedience. Sometimes we feel like it's going to just take us off and we're not going to be able to do what we want to do, but obedience and discipline brings about freedom. I know you know what I'm talking about. And so I just want to encourage you that if you want joy in your life, remain in Him, because His joy will remain in you. Thank you for joining me.